My name is Chris with Headlight Revolution, and today I've got a Wrangler in the shop. Happens to be a JK, so this information is going to cover the 2007 to 2017 model year. Now, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do turn signals on this particular Jeep. That includes the resistor wiring and the actual installation of the turn signals themselves. This is what your stock turn signal bulb looks like, and it's a slow on, slow off. It's exactly what you've seen since these Jeeps came out. Nothing much has changed. And to my left, I've got the LED turn signal bulb from GTR Lighting, and this one, actually, it's awfully cool. It is the Armor series from GTR Lighting. And one thing we ran into when we were trying to find an LED bulb for this Jeep is a lot of the best options on the market, such as this one. This is the Carbide series from GTR Lighting. It's too long. It hits the lens and it doesn't fit. And so this Armor series, as you can see, by comparison, is shorter. And if you can believe it, it's actually significantly brighter than the Carbide series. Now, the grille removal on these Jeeps is awfully simple. You've got 6 fasteners on top of it, and you pull the turn signals out from behind the grille, and it just pops forward. You don't need to pull the grille off to do this install. However, I'm going to show it with the grille removed just because it's easier to film, and I can show you guys the wire colors and wire positions easier. It's absolutely up to you whether or not you want to take the grille off. One thing that you absolutely have to do when you're installing LED turn signals is the installation of a load equalizing resistor. And what this does is it tricks the computer of the vehicle into thinking that you've got a regular old turn signal bulb up front and that you don't have an LED bulb up front. The vehicle will think that the LED bulb is simply a burned out bulb, and it'll flash rapidly when you turn the turn signal on, and it's really annoying. We don't want that. So by installing one of these, that problem's eliminated completely. Now on these Jeeps, there's a little brace back here to the right of the headlight on the driver's side and to the left of the headlight on the passenger side. And I like to install the resistor like so. Try to show it to you on camera. If you install it right there, it's out of the way, you won't see it. Even on lifted Jeeps where the wheel well's a little bit more exposed, you still won't see it, and that's nice. Now, if you're not pulling the grille off, just go to the back side of that brace. You still won't see it. There's a plastic liner that's up in the wheel well, and it's just a nice and clean install. It's out of the way. What I like to do first when it comes to this install is mount the resistor. That way I know how much wire slack I have to work with. And so for that, GTR Lighting supplies us with everything we need. We've got the self-drilling screw. We've got T-taps that are included. Now, on a different vehicle, I might be inclined to use the T-taps, but I know that this Jeep gets used like a Jeep. And so we're going to actually solder these connections today. All right, as you can see, that resistor's mounted in there like so. Now, I've already tested the wires on the socket for the bulb, and the wires you need to connect the resistor to are the outside wires. In this case, we've got a black wire and we've got a white with brown. You do not connect any of the resistor wiring to the center wire. So once again, black and white with brown. I like to pull the insulation back so that I don't attach to it right at the base. That way if I accidentally cut through the wire, I'm not out of luck. I have one of these auto strippers that I picked up at a parts store. You can get these just about anywhere. It's really nice for tying into wires like this. And sometimes we get people that'll ask, hey, if you're soldering it, why don't you use heat shrink on it? And the answer is, as you can see, I'm not completely severing the wire. And I really don't want to completely sever the wire. It's just one more failure point. So if I can just strip the insulation back and tie into it and tape it up, that's what I'd prefer to do. Now, as you can see, I've got one wire coming from the resistor to the black wire on the turn signal wiring. The other resistor wire is tied into the white with brown. Now, the colors might differ on your particular Jeep, but one thing to keep in mind is it's always these 2 outside wires. It's never the middle wire that you're tying into. All right, with these wires soldered up, we can go ahead and tape them up. And we're going to be able to reuse this factory wire loom here, and that's nice just for the abrasion resistance. It looks like GTR Lighting's got some pretty nice insulation on their wiring. It's like this flexible material. It's not quite plastic like the factory stuff. So I'm sure that's going to hold up well anyways, but you know, a little tape and a little wire loom never hurts.
All right, now I'll usually just go ahead and take a strip of tape and just go over that loom again, just to hold it all together.
Now that the resistors are installed, you can go ahead and remove the stock bulb, set it off to the side, take your new Armor Series bulb, and install that. Now I had the 4-ways on just so that I can make sure that I get this in the right way. On some LED bulbs, if you put it in the wrong way, it simply won't power up. If that happens to you, just remove it, rotate it 180 degrees, and reinsert it into the base. As you can see, that is a crisp, bright orange. That is really nice. You're not gonna miss that, man. If this Jeep's turning, you're gonna see that. It looks really clean. As you can see, the Armor Series bulb from GTR Lighting is a perfect fit in this Wrangler. It's bright, it installs well, everything it needs in the kit. It's a fantastic option. Now, if you've got one of these Wranglers and you'd like to do more than just your turn signals, for example, you could do your headlights, you could do your fog lights, reverse lights, interior lights. We've released an entire video series dedicated to these Wranglers. So stay tuned to our channel, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Facebook. We've got stuff coming out just about every day for these Jeeps. I mean, everybody loves these things. The aftermarket forum's huge, and we are on the ball with it. Thanks for watching.